Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be listing my top 10 least favorite figures in my whole collection. So my Marvel Legends, I'm going to say Marvel Legends collection because that's are most of the figures in it. But my collection consists of Marvel Legends 6-inch figure line by Hasbro, and Marvel Select, which is going to say 7-inch. I'm going to say 7-inch figure line by Diamond Select. So, don't get offended if you may like any of these figures that I list off, and I'm not just saying the figures because of how they look. If I was naming the figures because of how they look, then this whole thing would be completely different. But I'm naming the figures on how they look, articulation, and price. So, let's get into number 10. Number 10. We have Rock Python. And honestly, I didn't know that I was going to put this figure on this list. I mean, I don't know much about Rock Python, but when he was announced to be in the wave, to be in the Avengers Endgame wave, I was hyped to get him. Like, he's I'm going to say, generic thug action figure. And I was really hyped to get him until I figured out. Because this figure right here, good articulation. It looks nice. And and he's a member of, oh my god, I think I forgot their names. The name, okay, I know Cottonmouth is in the group. It's something that has to do with snakes or reptiles, okay? I just don't remember the name right now. But Rock Python, he's a part of that team. And so far, I think we only have 4 figures in the whole entire Marvel Legends wave from that team. And that's a pretty big team, in my opinion. So, this guy. I don't really have a problem with the body mold. It's the same exact body mold we seen on the Loki and Malekith figure, which, in my opinion, I don't have much of a problem with that. My main problem with this figure, and the only reason why I couldn't place higher, is I wish he came with an alternate head sculpt, maybe some alternate set of hands, and also one thing I hate is this. You see how wobbly that ab crunch is? Like, I try to make him look up. So look, I'm bending him back. He's fine when he bends back, he's fine when he's bending forward, but you try to make him stand up straight. That's your problem. Because I have ruined so many stop motions. I wouldn't say ruined, but some of my stop motions kind of got ruined just because of how wobbly this guy's ab crunch is. Because with a stop motion, it has to be smooth. You need to make it. But his ab crunch kept moving every time I moved the part of the figures, which really got annoying. Especially at sometimes, because sometimes when his ab crunch will move, that will move the figure. And depending on how close I have the figure to the background, sometimes he would knock down big important parts of the set, and I have to put them back up. So, now with that being said, let's get into number 8. Now, number 8 is Ghost. And I think some of you guys would agree with me. Because for this figure, it's the female version of Ghost from Ant-Man. I mean, in my opinion, I really like the role Ghost played in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I really do. But I would have liked to see... I keep forgetting people's names and stuff, but I would have liked to see the other guy. He was a villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, Ghost, don't get me wrong, this is a good figure. She came with it looks nice. The articulation is not so bad for a female figure, considering how we really don't get this much articulation in female figures. And plus, I would say this is as good. The articulation is almost as good as a male figure. We still don't have double jointed elbows for some reason, which I don't know why. I mean, this Ghost figure, she could have got double jointed elbows. she has an alternate head sculpt for the Ava Star head sculpt, and she can have her hood down. So that's one thing I like. But I wish instead of her putting her in the X-Con Luis 2-pack, they should have put her in a 2-pack with Goliath, which was, why do I keep forgetting people's real name? Okay, you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm just gonna describe him. He's dark skinned, he has a little fade, and he has like a grayish beard. He wears glasses. If you guys seen Ant-Man and Wasp, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I wish she came in a 2-pack with him, or she came in a 2-pack with the male version of Ghost, which I would have liked to see, because this version of Ghost is not really much of a villain, you know. So with that being said, let's get into number 8. So when it comes to number 8, and I'm pretty sure I called the last one number 8, that was number 9. Yelena Belova from the Red Guardian Build-A-Figure Wave came out 2020. This figure, she's not a bad figure. Personally, I really like the accessories. I like the style. The articulation is very good. The only thing that I don't like about this figure is that head sculpt. The head, in my opinion, looks too small for the head, and especially when you get a good look around. Like, in some angles, it looks fine. In other angles, it looks too small for the head. And also, I wish we got another head sculpt. Maybe the version of Yelena Belova from the comics. We could have got that head sculpt. I mean, they could have just took a comic book Black Widow head sculpt and painted it blonde. Yeah. It gave it a blonde color. I mean, this blonde color would have been fine, but probably a Thor blonde would have worked the most. So that's really, I didn't want to place her too low on the list, because she doesn't really deserve it, in my opinion. Plus, are you guys hyped for Black Widow? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so now with that being said, let's get into number 7. And number 7 is this Rogue figure, and in my opinion, this is not a bad Rogue figure. But the thing is, it doesn't really fit my collection. You know, I mainly collect 6-inch figures. This Rogue is from Marvel Select, and this is not a bad figure. I say a lot of people would say with this figure, the legs are just a tiny bit too long for their collection. And also, in my opinion, the Marvel Legends head sculpt looks better than this one. If you guys seen the Marvel Legends version of Rogue, I like that head sculpt better than this one. I hope they give us a new one, because I wasn't collecting Marvel Legends at the time when that one came out, so I missed it, and she shot up in price, so couldn't really get her. Next, we have Arnim Zola number 7. Is this 7? Let me count. No, this is 6, right? Yep, this is 6. In my opinion, I'm probably gonna say my opinion a lot, but this is not a bad figure. I am a fan of the modern take on Arnim Zola. And plus, we have already gotten plenty of classic takes on modern. I wouldn't say plenty, but I'm pretty sure we've gotten at least 2 to 3 different classic takes that they have released before for Arnim Zola. I mean, this guy, we have the classic TV box head sculpt, and we had the newer head sculpt, and he came with this accessory. I mean, this figure, in my opinion, I told you I was going to keep saying in my opinion. So as I said, I told you guys I'm going to keep saying in my opinion. The only problem that I have about this figure when it comes to filming for me is that I wish he came with some sort of blast effect, and also his feet. His feet, you get barely any articulation out of the feet. And I would have been taking plenty of pictures with this guy and posting it on Twitter, which If you guys don't know, my Twitter is in the link in the description below. And also my Discord is there too, so you guys can get exclusive news on my upcoming stop motions. So, the Arnim Zola figure, not too bad. Like, it's not the classic version, which I know a lot of people would dislike, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to Marvel Legends collectors who've been collecting for a good 5 years maybe, doesn't really have a problem with this, considering how we already gotten 3 to 4 different versions of Arnim Zola already. So this one was a fan channel exclusive, so you didn't really have to get it if you didn't want to. And also, when it comes to this figure, you can still get the Hydra Supreme Arnim Zola 2-pack for a pretty good price as of right now. I don't know if it went up in the time of me recording the video, but before I recorded this video, I checked, and you can still get them for a pretty good price. You can get them alone, or you can get them with Hydra Supreme, which is Hydra version of Captain America. So, that being said, let's get into number 5. And number 5, we have Yon-Rogg. And this is supposed to be Yon-Rogg from the movie Captain Marvel. Main thing, and I think his forearms are definitely way too big. I wish they gave us unmasked head sculpt, because I'm pretty sure he was unmasked during the whole time in the movie. And also, one thing, look how big his feet is. I mean, this is actually crazy how big his feet is. Like, you can use him as a generic, I forgot what I was going to, a generic Kree soldier, and just give them different head sculpts, and you can paint the skin in there blue. But if they give us an interchangeable head sculpt, and the feet was a bit smaller, I probably would have had this guy in the number 6 spot. So, in all these figures, I don't really mess around with them too much. The only ones that I do mess around with quite a lot is the ones in top 10 to top 8, top 7. Those I mess around with a good amount. So, it's time to start with my jibber jabber, whatever, glibber blabber. I don't even know what I'm saying. And let's go to number 4. And number 4 is Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 2-pack with Star-Lord. And this guy came with 2 different head sculpts, which is not that bad. You can mainly use his body and his cape for making customs, because, to be honest, you don't really need this figure to complete your Marvel Legends collection, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that. I mean, you can just get like a small little rubber ball. I'm pretty sure you can go to like a toy shop, or just, I think I seen one at a Walmart or something. You can go there and you can get a small little rubber ball, like a hand-sized rubber ball, for like $1. And you can, at that same Walmart, you can get some purple paint also for $1, and get some white and blue paint, and you can just make Ego the Living Planet instead of using just the figure, because this is a pretty boring figure, which is why I put him that low. So, yeah, not much to be said. Let's get into number 3. Number 3 is the scroll from the Captain Marvel wave, which also the Yon-Rogg is also from. So, this scroll figure, don't ask why he's missing hands. I just couldn't find them. I was making a little Kit Bash custom thingy, and I can't find a hand. So, yeah. So, when it comes to this Kree, this is supposed to be Talos, but you can use them for pretty much any Kree. My main problem with this guy, well, I wouldn't say my main problem, but yeah, this is going to be my main problem. It renders his articulation way too much. I mean, if you have a Kree figure, you're mainly going to be having him or her shape-shifting into some other character, and if you make stop motions, or you're just taking photos. But what if you just want to show some Kree? Like, I wish they put them in, they packed them in with some different head sculpts. So you can have some various faces and stuff. And use the same exact Loki body mode from, I'm pretty sure the Loki from the Infinity War 2-pack with Loki and Chorus Glaive. Use that same exact Loki body mode. Same exact fingers. They just repainted it and repainted the neck green. And the head is, of course, a new sculpt. So I put this guy low because this guy is more boring than the Eagle figure. Only time I picked this figure up was when I was filming the Captain Marvel stop motion, which got deleted, as you guys know. So yeah, not much to say on that. Let's get into number 2, which, wait till you guys see number 1. I'm pretty sure if you guys have the number figure at number 1, you would definitely agree with me. So guys, number 2 is Sabretooth from Marvel Select, and this guy. If you guys own this figure, you guys exactly know what I'm talking about. No articulation. This guy is more of a statue. I mean, most people buy action figures to pose them around, take photos, share with their friends and family, post it on Instagram and Twitter and all that. And other people use them to make stop motions, which this is not good for any type of person. Like, this, you could say this is a cheap Sabretooth statue. I mean, I like the little diorama piece he came with. Don't get me wrong, that diorama piece was actually really good. But the Sabretooth itself is pretty bad in my opinion. First of all, look at that neck joint. He can look side to side. He can't look up and down at all. He's stuck in the crouching position. So no ab crunch, no diaphragm joint. He can rotate at the wrist. Oh my god, the waist. The hands, not much of a problem. The arms, the only thing I don't like about the arms is the bicep swivel. But this arm right here, I cannot get this thing in to stay in for the death of me. Like, I literally have. I'm trying to brighten this up a little bit. I literally have put super glue in there, and it did not work. So I don't know what's gonna get this to work. I mean, I have tried it. My dad has tried it. My brother, almost everyone in my family has tried to put this thing in there, and we simply cannot do it. And also the legs is, I'm pretty sure the legs have, look at the legs. What type of articulation is this? This is like one of those cheap $5 figures, and that fell. It's like one of those cheap $5 figures you'll get at Toys R Us for your 4-year-old's birthday or something like that. So let's get into number 1. So number 1 should not be a surprise to any long-time viewers of my channel. Wanna know why? Because I said this in my Marvel Legends display video. I need to clean up my display, so I am going to make a new video when I do clean it up. I mean, I could do a live stream, but here's the thing. I don't really know when or what to live stream with, because you guys know stuff happens, and sometimes I just get very angry when I'm posing my figures up. So yeah, but if you guys really want me to do a action figure display cleanup live stream, I'll do one. So the Shuri figure, I hate everything about this figure except for the arms. The arms are perfectly fine, good articulation in the arms and everything. So let's start with the head sculpt. I mean, you can tell, I forgot the name of the actress who played Shuri, but that's not the main problem. Okay, you can tell that this is Shuri. You can tell that this is her from Black Panther. You can very much tell. I don't know why I keep changing from cool colors to warm colors, but you can tell that this is her. Okay, you guys can tell that. I don't like the head sculpt. Why is her eyes wide open? I don't like that. You can barely look up and down with this figure. I mean, just look like she's looking straight. The diaphragm joint does work on side to side, but besides that, you can't bend her down and you can't bend her backwards. The legs are hindered so much by that skirt, it's actually crazy. And the ankles, ooh. These ankles is literally the main reason why I haven't done many action figure display videos, because those ankles makes this figure fall every other day. So if I do put her on the shelf, I'll probably gonna have her hanging on something. And also, not like, I wish they didn't give us the final battle Shuri. I would rather had the lab Shuri from her with her lab outfit from when she gives T'Challa his new Black Panther outfit. Or I would rather have Shuri when she drives the car in that Black Panther car chase scene. You guys know what I'm talking about. That Shuri. That's the one I'd rather have than this one. And I would even have the ceremonial outfit Shuri. I mean, I don't really know how Hasbro does these, but like, I know a thing or two about making an action figure and stuff, but I definitely think that they have botched this figure. So that's the end. If you guys agree with me, please leave a like and comment in the comment section below. But the video is not over, because I still have some things to show you guys. So let me zoom out. Okay. Let me put this down. And you can't see it. Wow. Okay, this is. Some people may say Katsuki, but I'm gonna say Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia. I'm going to be doing a My Hero Academia focus episode video. It's not going to be a stop motion, it's going to be a drawing video. I'm going to make one of those sometime next month. Okay? Because I want to draw all of Class 1A except for Mineta. If you watch My Hero Academia, you know exactly why I'm not using Mineta. And if you only seen a few episodes, Mineta is that short kid with the purple hair and the purple balls in his head.